Hello, and welcome to this video on how to configure a VCN or Virtual Cloud Network for public Internet access in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. To prepare an instance for public Internet access, we have to make sure the instance and VCN configurations are complete. Starting with the instance, make sure the firewall is configured to allow traffic on specified ports, for example, port 443 for HTTPS traffic or port 22 for SSH traffic. The instance VNIC, which can be primary or secondary, must have a public IP address assigned. The public IP address can be ephemeral or a reserved public IP address. The subnet to which the instance is connected must be a public subnet. The VCN must have an internet gateway with the correct root rule. And finally, ensure the VCN security list rules complement instance firewall rules. Let's take a look at configuring the VCN internet gateway. First, let's look at an attempt to connect to an instance on the public internet before an internet gateway is configured. We are looking at our Oracle Cloud Infrastructure web console dashboard. To look at our instance details, we navigate the menu to compute then instances. We'll be working with instance MOR-demoinst-20, so we click on its name to see its details. We see it is connected to VCN MOR-VCN-101, and its primary VNIC or virtual network interface card is attached to the subnet MOR-VCN-101-public sub. And the instance is assigned a public IP address. For security reasons, this address has been and will be restricted from view. The VCN it was associated with, MOR-VCN-101, was created without an internet gateway. So let's attempt to make the SSH connection to the public IP address of our instance. Switching to a terminal on our local host, we enter the SSH command to attempt to create an SSH session with the instance using the key file and instance public IP address. The SSH command times out after a few minutes because there is no route to the VCN which the primary VNIC is attached to. So to get this working, let's configure the internet gateway for our VCN. Back in our web console, we navigate the menu to Networking and Virtual Cloud Networks. We click on the name of our VCN, MOR-VCN-101. Under the Resources section, we select Internet Gateways. Click on the Create Internet Gateway button to open the configuration dialog, and we give it a name, MOR-VCN-101-INET. We will create the gateway in the same compartment as the VCN, so we leave this selection as it is. We finish by clicking Create Internet Gateway. The new gateway appears on the list of Internet Gateways for this VCN. Our route table rule is required to allow access to the public IP addresses behind this gateway, so we click on Route Tables. We click the default route table name to see the rules set for this route table. There are currently no rules set for our default route table for the VCN. We click Add Route Rules to add a rule entry to the route table. There is a warning message displayed which we will see more about shortly, but first, from the Target Type drop-down, we select Internet Gateway. For the destination cider block, we enter all zeros so that anyone on the public internet can make a request to this instance. From the Target Internet Gateway drop-down, we select the name of our Internet Gateway, MOR-VCN-101-INET. That's all we need to create the rule, but before we add this rule, let's clarify the warning message at the top. By default, every VNIC performs a source destination check on its network traffic. The VNIC looks at the source and destination listed in the header of each network packet. If the VNIC is not the source or destination, then the packet is dropped. If the VNIC needs to forward traffic, for example, if it needs to perform network address translation, you must disable the source destination check on the VNIC. By default, it is disabled. It is set on the VNIC of the instance. So here is how to find the setting. Go to the instance details using the menu Compute and Instances. Clicking on the name of the instance, you see its details page. Under Resources, select Attached VNICs. You see the primary VNIC listed for the instance. To edit the VNIC, click on the three dots menu beside the VNIC listed and select Edit VNIC. In the Edit dialog under the Name field is the checkbox for Skip the Source Destination check. To disable the check, you click on the checkbox. To leave it enabled, you leave the checkbox blank. You can find out more about this at the documentation link here. Returning to our route rule dialog, we don't need to modify the default setting for the source destination check, and leaving the description blank, we click Add Route Rules. We are returned to the route table and can see the route rule now added. We open our terminal to test if our Internet Gateway rule is now working. We run the SSH command again to connect to the instance public IP address. The connection succeeds because all the configuration requirements for the instance, VCN, and Internet Gateway have been met. The instance firewall and subnet security list include a rule for port 22. The instance primary VNIC is on a public subnet. The Internet Gateway was configured and the complementary rule created in the VCN root table to use the gateway. Oracle provides an extensive number of resources which you can use to learn about this subject and others. Use the links here to find out more content about this video, as well as Oracle Linux and using Linux and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.